Hello and welcome to JV East Season 3, Round 7. As our drivers do the pre-qualifying, here we go. Let's take a look at the Drivers' Championship. Stefano leads, but only by 8 points over Todd Sod, who gained 12 on him last round in Baku, finishing 4th, and he's looking to close that gap even further and maybe take first from his Danube Flow teammate Celeste Lucier, currently in 3rd, 10 points behind Todd Sod. Then Lolzy holding down the rest of the drivers. He's in 4th with 44, Alt Koopa in 5th with 40, then Fast Juicer in 6th with 37. Gwetzli, 7th, Trixie in 8th, Vlad and Uniform Pine, 9, 10 for Carpathian's Peak, Arcaniac in 11th, Hyperion in 12th, Mr. 06 13th, and 14th is Skip Cucus in 15th, then Fabio, Ishbo, Cesar Chevrolet in 19th, and Tully in 20th. Let's take a look at the Constructors' Championship, where Danube Flow lead by 60 points over Compass. If Compass do not gain about 17 points on Danube Flow this round, Danube Flow outright win JV's Constructors Championship and promote to Challenger Virtual, so it's looking very likely as Compass only gained about 13 points on them last round. Scalpel Auto currently in 3rd, nobody to challenge and nobody challenging them. They've got 81 points, and it's looking likely that Scalpel Auto will in fact fold at the end of this season. In 4th, HRT Lightning. 5th, WTech Starlight tied with HRT Lightning. HRT Lightning have that 1P2 as a tiebreak, and WTech Starlight are also folding at the end of the season. Carpathian's Peak in 6th, Yorkshire Aerial. In 7th, Nasluna Racing. In 8th, and Brabham Automotive. In 9th, and Evolve Racing currently in last. We've got battles going on for 4th and for 7th. And, well, it's quite interesting. But yeah, that is the Constructors' Championship, and pre-qualifying is about to end, and we can move on to the 5-minute qualifying. Go. Alright, 5 minutes of qualifying. Who will take pole position in Okayama for the Japanese J-Prix? Koopa with a quick start. Same can be said for Todd Sod. We've got Kuikus going quickly as well. Koopa and Todd Sod quick as start. Kuikus already in 3rd. Skip, Trixie, Uniform Pine, then Chevrolet, Fast Juicer, Hyperion, Ishbo. So right now, Todd Sod, whose provisional pole is Todd Sod with a time of 36.48. Ooh, goes wide there. And you wonder if Alt Koopa can get a quicker time here. Alt Koopa only 12 fastest lap time. Jesus Christ. That's what happens on the first laps. Your times are often not the most representative on the very first lap, because some drivers start at the front, some drivers start at the back. But it's Koopa now with provisional pole. Skip onto the front row. Todd Sod in 3rd, Trixie, Kukus, Uniform Pine, Chevrolet, Fast Juicer, Ishbo, and Hyperion is the current top 10. Stefano 11th, tokenless. Celeste only 19th tokenless. So that's not great news for Compass. With the joint best car alongside Carpathian's Peak. How are Carpathian's Peak doing? Vlad in 12th, Uniform Pine in 6th. Let's take a look at the token spends. Drivers will be going into the pits shortly, as they are now. 3 tokens being spent by Kukus, 1 by Ishbo, 3 by Alt Koopa, 2 by Uniform Pine, 3 from Trixie, and 2 from Hyperion, 2 from Todd Sod, 4 from Skep, 2 from Fabio, 2 from Arcaniac, 3 from Fast Juicer, 1 from Tolly, and 4 tokens from Chevrolet. We're having some lag issues. It's cleared up now. It's very weird though. Todd saw it on fresh tires. It's the outlap for every single driver, so thankfully that little bit of lag should not affect any fast laps. Here goes Todd Sod to start his flying lap, and Odd Cooper right behind him. We've got full boost. It is always full boost for every lap in qualifying, however the boost recharges during the race. Odd Cooper with a faster start than Todd Sod, and he's gaining on him. Who will get the faster lap here? 36.08, the time to beat. Todd Sod keeping in front. Through the 2 hairpins, the sweeper, and the final corner. Odd Cooper with nice traction. 36, 47. Trixie improves to 36.30. Drivers are pitting. Chevrolet improves. Stefano doesn't. Ishbo doesn't. It's so hard to go through all of them. But yeah, it's Odd Cooper still holding down provisional pole. It has not improved, however. Trixie improved up to second, and it's Hyperion up to third, so it's a 2-3 for WTech Starlight currently. Odd Cooper on the worn out tires. I doubt he's going to improve here. Will Todd Sod? No. Tires are too worn, and Trixie and Skip are into the pits, and so is Chevrolet. Uniform Pine now starts his flying lap, and it's just utter chaos to keep track of everything that's happening here. Will Todd Sod and Odd Cooper pit? That is the question. If they pit, they will finish on the outlap anyways. Even, yeah, I don't think they played this right, and now they are going to have some issues as they're first and fourth currently. But what if someone improves and Skip is having a fast lap, and so is Trixie and Uniform Pine, and Skip goes across, doesn't improve, and I couldn't switch. Trixie and Uniform Pine don't improve. Todd Sod and Odd Cooper have pitted. Cuckoo's nobody improving. Stefano improved up to 9th. Fast Juicer currently in 10th. Celeste Luciero improves up to 17th. Skip. This should be the flying lap. I think the previous one was the outlap. 33, 34, 35. It's Skip on pole. No, it's Trixie beats him out by 100. What? Unbelievable stuff. Fast Juicer will not improve, neither will Ishbo. Will Vlad? Yes, just about. Lolzy improves up to 15th. Arcaniac, Gletsley, Cesart. Wow, let's look at the result. Here we go then. It was very difficult to keep track, but is Trixie on pole position, beating out Skip by 100 on the final lap. Odd Cooper will be starting from third, Hyperion from fourth. It's a 1-4 in qualifying for WTech. Starlight Todd Sod will start from fifth, Uniform Pine from sixth, Cuckoos from seventh. Chevrolet from 8th, 9th will be starting Stefano. 10th is for Fast Juicer, 11th Ishbo. 12th Vlad, 13th Cesar, 14th Dolly, 15th Lolzy, 16th Gwesley, 17th Celeste Lucier, 18th Arcaniac, 19th Fabio, and from last we will have Mr. 06, and that's interesting for Fabio. He's spending 2 tokens, and he starts from as low as 19th. There is your grid, and let's get right into the race at Japan. Here we go. Trixie starts on the soft, so does Hyperion. Skip on the mediums. We've got Odd Cooper and Todd Sod and Uniform Pine and Chevrolet on the hards. Trixie is trying to make a quick getaway, isn't able to do it as Skip is going side by side. Even on the straight, it's just squeezing through, and Skip takes the lead of the race, but Hyperion is into third. Then we have Odd Koopa, Chevrolet's up to fifth, Todd Sod and Kukas and Uniform Pine and Stefano, and we've got Vlad in here as well. What a fight is going on here. Fast Juicer just behind all of them in 11th. Uniform Pine at the back now. Fast Juicer catching up to this back. We have Vlad, Stefano, Kukas on the outside of Chevrolet. The move does not stick, and Stefano's looking to squeeze through, does not manage to be given that space. Chevrolet trying to overtake Odd Koopa now, who's sinking like a stone despite 3 tokens being spent and the best car on the grid, but he forces Chevrolet into the grass now, and it's Todd Sod right in front of him, and he doesn't want that. His team needs to gain at least 17 points on the noob flow if they even have a shot, a mathematical one. On winning, it's Hyperion in third. Skip has dropped back to second, and Trixie has ran away massively now into the lead of the race. It's looking like a good final token spend for the WTEC Starlights, currently in double podium contention. Odd Koopa has recovered, he's up in fourth, and now that Hyperion is really putting the pressure on Skip and fighting him. They are losing some time, and Odd Koopa might be able to use that to his advantage, but it's Hyperion through into second. It's a 1-2 currently for WTEC Starlight. Skip cannot stop Odd Koopa from overtaking him for third. Todd Sod running in fifth. Chevrolet and Stefano tokenless, but he's still fighting for sixth here against Chevrolet's quite awful car in comparison, but he is spending 4 tokens, so he is able to compete. Kukas in 8th. Then we have Fast Juicer fighting Uniform Pine for 9th. Celeste Lucier with a great start already in 11th, but is 4 seconds away from the points. Arcaniac spending 2 tokens is down in 12th. I think Vlad also spending no, he's not spending any, sorry, this race. And 13th, Tolly Lolzy spending none. Ishbo spending 1, and Guetzley, Mr. Sir 6, both without any tokens. Fabio spending 2, and he's still down in 19th, and Cesar in 20th. But what has happened here? It's Odd Koopa in second, it's Skip holding down third. Hyperion is massively lost out. I think his tires are starting to get worn, and Todd Sod in fifth. And don't count out Chevrolet, and Stefano is within 1 second of Chevrolet as well. It's a massive pack for second. Skip gets forced into the grass by Odd Koopa, all while Trixie is just running away. Skip now goes on the inside of Odd Koopa. He managed to make it stick. No, Odd Koopa's got way better traction, and now Todd Sod is fighting Skip for third, and there's Chevrolet and Hyperion, and even Stefano. Stefano now looking to catch and fight Hyperion, who is pitting, and so is Trixie. Odd Koopa is into the lead of the race, and maybe starting on the hards was the right choice strategically. Todd Sod in second, Skip in third, Chevrolet in fourth. Trixie has exited out in fifth ahead of Stefano. Seventh currently is Fast Juicer. Hyperion exited down in 10th behind Kukas. We're going to have Cloud soon. Celeste Lucier is the best of the rest, but it's not enough for any points, so it doesn't really matter there. Odd Koopa holding down the lead of the race. Chevrolet goes past Skip, uses a bit of boost, and now Chevrolet is into the podium positions. Trixie on fresh softs, looking to cause some pandemonium, is on the inside of Chevrolet, just has way faster speed on the straight, even goes past Todd Sod, double overtake on the straight, not even any boost used. Amazing stuff for WTEC Starlight as Trixie looks to catch Odd Koopa and regain his lead of the race. Will we see anyone pitting? Skip is on the mediums, he's still staying out. Fast Juicer is also on the mediums, and he is in. looking to make a little undercut on Uniform Pine, who's on hards, and he's onto the softs. Anyways, Trixie is now into the lead of the race and has the fastest lap of 35.45. Odd Koopa in second, Todd Sod fighting Chevrolet for the final podium position. Chevrolet struggling uh, on the worn out hards, but everybody is. Skep really struggling on the worn out mediums. But the only reason he's able to even try this strategy is thanks to the high level of grip on the NASA Luna racing car. Skep into the pits, Stefano into the pits, Odd Koopa also went into the pits, and now he exits in fourth. Trixie leading by 5 seconds now. Todd Sutton and Chevrolet still fighting. Chevrolet on the inside has the traction, has the speed going through that straight. Easily takes second right now. Both drivers on really worn out hards. I think they should be pitting soon. What will the strategy look like here? I think 10 laps of hards, 10 laps of hards, and 6 laps of softs. Chevrolet pits. Todd Sutton is still staying out on the hards. Odd Koopa inherits third. Hyperion inherits fourth. Chevrolet will exit just ahead of Skip, in sixth. Fast Juicer is on the softs now and in seventh, trying to chase down Skip, is trying to chase down Chevrolet. And don't forget Stefano right behind them by about a second. Uniform Pine also exits the pits on incredibly fresh softs, and he's fighting for ninth with Cuckoos behind him, who's on lap older softs. But importantly, Celeste Lucier also on very fresh softs, only 2 seconds away from the points now. Trixie's really ran away now, and Todd Sod finally enters the pits, and he is overtaken by Odd Koopa, by Hyperion, by Chevrolet, and Skip. His overcut completely didn't work out, but now he's going onto the softs. How will it work? How will it go for him strategically? Trixie's just holding down at first position, nothing to look for there. Odd Koopa in second. Hyperion unable to catch him. Skep is leading a massive 4-car pack. He's on slightly scrubbed mediums. Chevrolet behind them on fresher mediums, and Todd Sod behind them both on fresher softs. Fast Juicer on 7th looks to have lost the back of this pack, as he is on the most worn out tires of them all. Chevrolet gets past Skep now. Skep trying to hold out ahead of Todd Sod, but look at the speed on a Danube Flow car, and he's able to get past Skip, and he laps Cesar and Fast Juicer. Don't count him out yet, he's still behind them, but he is having some issues with blue flag drivers. Trixie pets now. Odd Koopa inherits the race lead. Trixie is on to mediums with 12 laps to go. I don't think he'll be on the mediums until the end of the race. We'll still have to pit one more time, and I think that's true of everyone. Really, Trixie's on 2 pits already, looking for a free-stopper strategy. That's pretty interesting. Chevrolet overtakes him now for second. Hyperion, his teammate, is just behind for fourth. Todd Sod, Skep, everyone's so close together. And then we have Fast Juicer and Stefano looking to catch him. Now that Fast Juicer's softs are deteriorating. Odd Koopa holding down the lead, currently 2 seconds gap. As Todd Sod looks on the outside of Hyperion, can he make it stick? What a move! It's Todd Sod through into fourth on the softs, and he's looking to chase down the podium contenders. Skip behind Hyperion. He is on fresher tires. Hyperion is going to have to pit soon, and I'd say he's going to pit for another set of hards this lap or the next. Trixie now overtakes Chevrolet back, as Chevrolet's mediums are starting to feel the effects of tire wear. Hyperion, Skep squeezing himself through. Fast Juicer looks to have pit for another set of softs. He's ninth now behind Uniform Pine. Hyperion is losing massive amounts of time to Skep, and I think he is about to pit for the final time. Odd Koopa on quite worn out mediums. He does not pit yet. Trixie's on fresh mediums. Chevrolet on somewhat worn Tots out, somewhat worn soft skip and somewhat worn medium. So Hyperion still stays out. And yeah, there's a lot of worn tires here. Trixie is on one of the freshest compounds in the top 8, and he makes the move on the inside of this very long straight here in Okayama. Odd Koopa tries to counter, and he forces himself on the inside, but he doesn't manage to get a fast enough exit. Trixie gets a faster exit, and he keeps the lead of the race as he tries to make his way past these two blue flag drivers as quickly as possible. Totally gives him some issue. Odd Koopa is back at it in the inside, and Odd Koopa is into the lead of the race. He's on much more worn mediums than Trixie is, and he is surely to pit soon. They are 7 seconds ahead of third, which is currently Skip, and we're going to have heavy rain, and that is incredible news for Odd Koopa if he's able to lose as little time as possible to Trixie here, but he's getting forced wide by Tully and Arcaniac. For Skip, it's great news as he's on really worn mediums, and this is really helping him out. Trixie in for wets, Odd Koopa is in for wets, Chevrolet and Skip, Todd Sod, Hyperion, Fast Juicer, and Stefano caught out on these wet conditions will lose some time as a result, but it's Trixie easily back into the lead of the race for 5 seconds ahead of Odd Koopa now, and Chevrolet holding down third ahead of Skip. Can he get Evolve Racing what I think would be their first ever race podium? Now that would be incredible stuff from Chevrolet, but there's also Skip right behind him on the extremely grippy NASA Luna racing car tires. And he overtakes on the final straight, and it's Skip into the podium. Chevrolet holding down fourth, Todd Sod is in fifth, Hyperion in sixth, Stefano in seventh, Fast Juicer at eighth, Uniform Pine in ninth, and Cuckoos is just holding out the final points position for Brabham, but Celeste Lucier would like give that a shot. Not much. Not much. Yeah, there's not really any fights. We've got Todd Sod about a second behind Chevrolet. Under a second now. It's the closest fight. This is the only possible fight. Will Todd Sod overtake Chevrolet and give heartbreak to the Evolve Racing fans who were nearly looking for a race podium, but now the grip. Evolve Racing car is really struggling with the grip, and going into the pits, Todd Sod is right behind Chevrolet. And Skip is the first to pit onto dry tires, so the top two have not been able to pit in time. That might be crucial. It's Todd Sod right behind Chevrolet, looking for that fourth place, looking to just... Oh my god, it's going back to rain! Trixie has entered the pits, Odd Koopa stays out! Trixie pits onto new wet tires. He's got fresher wet tires, but Odd Koopa's tires are not that worn. Skip is into the pits again, so is Chevrolet, Todd Sod, Hyperion, everyone, Cuckoos. He is so far behind. And it's going to be heavy rain. That's great news for Celeste, who is 1 second behind, and there's so much happening. Trixie's 3 seconds behind Odd Koopa, 2 seconds, he is catching him. Chevrolet and Todd Sod are on enters, will they be able to catch Skip? It looks like they're losing time because it is going to heavy rain. Finally, Fast Juicer and Uniform Pine exit the pits. Uniform Pine looking to fight for 8th. Cuckoos just ahead of Celeste Lucier. Celeste Lucier touches the grass. It's going to be light rain. Cuckoos makes a mistake. Celeste Lucier in for the 10th position. Taking the 1 point away from Cuckoo's. Odd Koopa is holding to that win. That's 26 points for Compass. How many points for How many points for Dan and Flo? It's 10 from 5th, and it's 6. It's 16 to 26. It's only 10 points that Compass are gaining right now as things stand. Danube Flow are JV East champions, despite an odd Coupa victory here, despite Celeste Lucier about to get that extra point. And it's going back to dry. Enters will really profit here as Todd Sod is still looking at Chevrolet, still looking to get him, and Trixie is closing down on Odd Coupa. Oh, there's so much happening now. Stefano trying to catch Todd. Hyperion, Fast Juicer, of course, has been fighting with Uniform Pine. There I've noticed. Todd Sod is really not making any more progress on Chevrolet. He's just staying behind about 2/10, looking for a move on the outside. On the inside, it's a switchback, and he's through on Chevrolet into the final lap of the race. Trixie is only a second away. And Todd makes a huge mistake. What happened there? Chevrolet is through into 4th again. Todd is in 5th. Hyperion's holding down 6th, Uniform Pine holding down 8th. Odd Coupa will cross the line to win the Japanese J-Prix. Trixie in 2nd, Skip. Will he get this podium? He's slowed down massively by Lolsey there, but it's not enough. And Skip gets the podium in the Japanese J-Prix. Chevrolet in 4th, Todd Sod in 5th. Currently, only 16 points gained by Hyperion in 6th, Stefano in 7th, only 10 points now gained by Compass. 8th is Uniform Pine, 9th is Fast Juicer, and it looks like Celeste Lucier on a really worn out wets has lost the final points position, and that's it. Cuckoos crosses the line for 10th, and it's completely certain now. Danube Flow win the JV East Season 3 Constructors Championship and promote to Challenger Virtual. Amazing stuff from Todd Sod. Stefano tokenless and finishes 7th. Todd Sod on 2 tokens finishes 5th. Odd Coupa, despite the win granted to him by that rain at the end, by Trixie's unbelievable bad luck, he is not enough to get Compass still talking, even if they were to get the 17 points on Dan and Flo that they so desperately needed. It would still mean they would have to get maximum points, 26 plus 18, first and second, and fastest lap. And Chevrolet is with the fastest lap in this race. That is 13 points for Evolve. That is massive stuff from Chevrolet, and he should be extremely proud of himself. Hope you enjoyed the Japanese J-Prix, and we'll see you tomorrow on Wednesday for the finale of JV East at Lausitz Ring. Tokenless finale in Germany. See you then.